Okay, now we want to first of all set this up as MLA format. And this is the website. I promised you guys didn't have to memorize anything because you can always Google Purdue OWL. And as I do, I see I have a choice to go straight to MLA, which is what we're using, but in your other classes, there might be APA. So I'm going to go to the MLA formatting style guide. And so what I want to see is what is it supposed to look like MLA style? So I'm looking over here. I see general writing, research and citation, avoid plagiarism, so I'm looking for a sample. I don't see it, so I'm going to go here. So here I found a Purdue Online Writing Lab, and over on the left-hand side, I have some choices. And since we're doing primarily academic research, I'm going to click that and I get my choices again. There's APA style and here's MLA style. So I'm choosing MLA for our class. And I want to see format. What is my paper supposed to look like? And so I'm going to click MLA formatting and the general formatting. And then over on the right-hand side, what comes up is paper format. And that's what we're trying to fix right now. So here's the written instruction of what you're supposed to do. And then here's what it's supposed to look like. Unfortunately, mine does not look quite like this. And when I look at mine, I realize I've got my first name, last name, professor's name. That's the same as here. I've got the name of the class. They've got English 106. I've got composition 2. And my date is similar. But then when I scroll down here, I realize it's repeated on the second page. And this says it's only supposed to be on the first page. So what happened? What happened was, I'm going to make this bigger now. What happened was I inadvertently put all of that stuff that's supposed to be on first page only, I put it in my header. So a fast way to get into my header is to simply put my cursor up here and double click quickly. Or if that doesn't come naturally to you, you can go to insert and then look for header. Insert header. I don't ever do it this way. So yeah, I don't see it. Here it is. There it is. But be careful if you choose this one, because MLA is very particular and this is not it. Nor is this, nor is this, nor is this, nor is this, nor is this. What we need is something very plain with the number in the top right-hand corner. That's what we need. So now it automatically deleted all of that stuff. So maybe I didn't want to do that. Control Z to undo. All right, so I'm going to copy all this stuff out. And I'm going to do cut, or Control X will cut it. Double click back in my body, and I'm going to put it back in here. This is where that stuff goes. So the only thing that goes in my header, according to my sample, put me over here, is, it looks like the last name and the page number. How do I do that? Last name and page number, simple. Insert header or double click here and choose your page number. We need our page number, and my bar is in the way. I'll put you down here. So I'm still in header footer, but page number might be, you might have like 3 dots over on the right hand side. That's where you'll find your page number. So let me get myself out of the way. There's my page number. So we start with page number. We need the one that's over on the right hand side at the top. And once it's there, I leave my cursor where it is and do my last name, which in this case is student. And then I do 3 or 4 spaces to give it some breadth. Before I leave though, I'm going to highlight this and make sure that this font matches the font I'm using here. So I'm using Times New Roman here. So I want this font to also be Times New Roman. So I will go home and I will select, see it's Calibri, and I want it to match this. In MLA, you have only two choices. One is Arial, second is Times New Roman. So I'm going to choose Times New Roman because that's what I have this in. And you want to make sure it says 12-point font. We don't want it to be 10-point font when the rest is 12. So, all right, header is fixed. Yay. Double click to get back in my body. And the next thing I will do is make sure that I'm double spaced all the way through with no extra spacing. To do that, fast and easy, you can press Control, hold the Control and press the letter A. Automatic, the whole document, everything gets highlighted. Now you need to find your spacing, which again, you might have 3 dots over on the right-hand side where your spacing is located, but it should still have these double arrows pointing up and down. We're going to choose double space, which is standard. It's standard in academia to choose double space. And then the next thing I want you to check is make sure that both of these say add. There should be no extra spaces between your paragraphs. So Word has a tendency to add spaces between. And while it's not a problem for me, there are 2 problems with it. Number 1, it's not MLA style if you've got the extra spaces. Number 2, if your professor is a stickler for page numbers and they tell you 3 pages and you've got these extra spaces and you think you've got 3 pages, you don't. So I'm showing you how to remove those extra spaces that Word likes to put in. You go back into your line spacing, the double arrows, and where it says remove, you click remove. Then you double check it, and both of these should say add, which means I have to tell Word to add a space. I do not want to tell it to add a space. I just got rid of those spaces. So now I'm double spaced, except where I have physically added spaces. So I'll get rid of my extra spaces that I physically added by simply deleting them. And I see now that I have taken this out of the header, my title has moved. So I did Control X. I'm going to put it where it belongs here. And then I'm going to center it. So I click before it, I choose my centering button, and there I go. I get rid of that extra space there. Oop. All right, so now I've got my full name, awesome student, the professor's name, I have the name of the class, and then there's just one thing wrong with my date here. I did the day of the month, and I spelled out the whole month. I have no comma here, but I do have this TH that I need to delete. So now it is MLA formatted. Yay! So let us pause here, and then we can move on to how to create a works cited page.